Hi, I'm Steve Galliford, author of The Professor's Secret. Once upon a space-time, I disliked science. Science was simply a mandatory subject in school that I found boring, confusing, and stressful. I was so bad at science, in fact, that I often scored under 25% on multiple choice exams with A, B, C, D answers. What are the odds? Don't ask me. I also struggled with math. Then something happened one day in 1974. One of Robert Oppenheimer's peers from the Manhattan Project, can't remember his name, he spoke at my high school, showed us film clips of nuclear explosions from Los Alamos and Nagasaki and Hiroshima. It was incredible. Not only did this elderly scientist explain the physics involved, but he also spoke eloquently and passionately about the need for all of us to consider the moral implications of all that science has to offer. Afterwards, as hundreds of students filed out of the auditorium, I found myself in a daze. I was heading up onto the stage. I was mesmerized by what I'd seen. Somehow knowing that this wise old gentleman had, as far as my life was concerned, changed everything. "Excuse me," I said. "Thank you for that amazing presentation. How can I learn more? What can I do?" The old scientist smiled, offered a few book titles, as well as some organizations that I might want to contact, and he finished by suggesting that I always try to think critically and of the greater good. And above all, be humble and curious and confident. Learn from your mistakes, he said, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Albert Einstein once said that imagination is more important than knowledge. I think this old man somehow sparked my imagination. And more than that, he inspired me to look at seemingly difficult problems from a few different angles. Turns out, I simply needed to shift my attitude, discover the fun in learning. From incredible medical advancements to studying tiny subatomic particles at the Large Hadron Collider, to researching masses of shifting galaxies in the cosmos through the James Webb Telescope, there's so much to learn. There's so much to be excited about. Infinite possibilities await curious young minds. I'm always happy to hear from kids and parents and teachers telling me that not only did they enjoy reading The Professor's Secret as an exciting adventure story, but that the book got them curious, sparked their imaginations. Indeed, learning can be fun. As young Charlie explains to his best friend Jake in the book, science is kind of like a gigantic puzzle, and you need to find all the pieces. If you're curious, and you think about things logically and in the right order, the puzzle makes sense. Then it gets really fun. Yes, I stretched some current laws of physics in the book, but not the scientific method. The need for our young protagonists to think critically, rationally, and work collaboratively, especially when faced with adversity and danger. And The Professor's Secret is only the beginning. I hope you'll join me on this adventure.